well, I need to get a pillow for this thing. I got it still in the truck. Haven't moved it back in, but yeah, when you're working hard, you need to kind of take into account your need for rest and little restful, peaceful place to take in some vituals, vitiums, food. And so here's my little safety abode. Here's what we got going on. So nice, restful relaxation, and yeah. I could take a nap right now after just doing a little bit of work. Yeah, feels very, very restful. Here, let me give you the view from where I'm at. I can't exactly see the stars, but I can kind of see them out the corner. You know, I can look up, and I'm safe from the rain. And yeah. So Rob Roy talks about when you're starting a project, when you're trying to build that mortgage-free home, as he talks about. When you're building that mortgage-free home, the first thing to do is set up a temporary structure, a temporary little space that can get you out of the rain. That can just be a nice little temporary place to call your home for while you're working. And so this is my little temporary space. And yeah, and then Rob Roy's next piece of advice is to build yourself a shack. You know, if you don't want to have to live in a teepee or in a tent or under a tarp for maybe a long period of time. Might be a lot faster to just build a shack, just basically a shed that's kind of cobbled together, not too expensive. You know, cobble something together out of pallets, put some pallets together, secure them with 2x4s, make that be like the stick frame member, and just build like a little house. It doesn't have to be insulated, right away. You can just something, a roof over your head, a little extra space, something that feels kind of more like a stable structure, and maybe you'll feel a little better. But I don't know. I can't think about how long I've ever lived under a tarp for, but maybe a week or two at a time at most. I don't know if I've ever gone. I can't say as I've gone more than 2 weeks. Well, maybe when I was, in college. But anyway, yeah, it's been a while since but I know, what is the guy, Ben Law in Great Britain there. I think he's in Wales. He spent, I think it was 2-3 years under tarp. Not a tent, just tarp. Of course, they got a little bit different climate than we got over here. But still, not exactly a warm, summery Mediterranean Californian climate all the year long. It does get a little cold in the winter. So, yeah, so it's possible. You could live under a tarp for a while. And, yeah, anything you can do that might increase your autonomy. If this appeals to you, yeah, give it a shot. Live under it, go camping. Live under a tarp for a little while. See how long before it gets tiresome. I like my internet connectivity, so I don't ever want to get too far away from that. But yeah, a little getting away from it is kind of fun. Not having to check all the stuff and feel this desperate urge to contribute, information and empathy and stuff. It's nice to disconnect from the world of interconnectivity every now and again and just swing in a hammock. So yeah, and the site's not too far away. I got my tools hanging up, and yeah, so things are good. Oh, sounds like someone's got a lawnmower going just up the hill. So we're not exactly too far away. We're not in the. It's not exactly the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? This is just there's a small town, less than a mile away, maybe half mile. Yeah, I'd say a half mile to just the main street of this little town. And so you got half-mile walk, and there's a library, and there's playground for the kids. There's just people, and getting away from it all is nice. It's nice to have a little space. Space is important, but connection is also important. Community is also important, and my thought is that even if you have a wonderful, great, intentional community, that oh, I'm sorry, I'm rocking that camera, maybe making you nauseous. Even if you got great, wonderful, intentional community, that it would be nice to have that community in a position where it could possibly touch civilization and a little bit, culture, You know, I imagine an intentional community would probably have, you know, plays and have some musicians and that kind of thing. But it would be nice maybe to be able to get out and see a musical and get out and go to a museum or to the zoo or any number of things that you're only going to get maybe if you're a little bit closer to civilization. So I like the idea of getting a little bit away from things, getting a nice healthy arm's reach out, but yeah, at least be in contact with people has its benefits. So I don't know how that little rant there got started from swinging in a hammock. I basically just wanted to show you how relaxing it might feel to be in a hammock, you know, swinging in the wind a bit, and somehow I got on some tangents there. All right, see ya.